Good morning, America, and every one of you, wherever you are in this big world. All right, now we are right into that shocking, surprising, mind-boggling NASA earthquakes above 6.0 timing. And when I made my video yesterday, I didn't go. I waited today for the news to actually prove my claim of my vision using Nostradamus' 16th century methodology, which involved, of course, as you know, quatrains and obvious keywords. The first thing that I have to make you aware is that, yes, coronavirus was predicted back in August in my book. Now, why do I insist about such a critical predictions? Why? Because if you watch any networks, including our president, everybody will tell you, oh, this landed on us. We could not prepare. We had no idea that was going to come to us. So what really, really upsets me is that I am probably the only astrophile living in 2020 that has given you back in August in my ebooks predictions and visions of the pandemic that the entire world is today suffering. Had people put a little bit more faith or investigation, for that matter, in my work, they would have realized that I am real. And when I tell you something, you better pay attention. The next thing you know, right now, the entire world, especially Italy and the United States, we are in such a deep, deep trouble. This could have been avoided had the government been aware of someone out there, Dr. Cherry, and I am not, again, saying this on an egocentric point of view. I'm the best, yes, follow me. Everybody else is jerks. Nobody is good. No. This is not my point. This is not my goal. My goal is to tell you I've got a gift, or it's a curse. It seems to be more of a curse than anything else in my case, okay? You need to pay attention. Now, the information that I divulged yesterday about President Trump and Pope Francis being the vital main reasons to this virus is absolutely impossible for anyone which is normal, okay, which is rational, which is practical, which is educated, or scientists particularly, to remotely understand, accept, envision, or assimilate. That is a huge, huge dilemma for me, because there are no accidents. This virus is the result of a unified thought of the United States, which happens to be sudden up and is a reality, kind of a racist country supporting our president who wanted to build a wall. Well, the world is built. All foreigners are kept away from this country. That was the wish number one of President Trump's and his supporters. But it happens to be a virus, not a physical world. The results are worse, don't get me wrong. Now, to really go to the ramification, I've tried yesterday as much as I could in my video to give you the ramification to why Italy, such a small country, is going completely berserk next to the rest of the world. Italy, why? Again, I gave you this explanation yesterday, because both President Trump, the father of the United States, and Pope Francis, the father of Italy, both were born with the same nasty dragon's tail in Sagittarius that curses the entire world with our connection with foreigners and foreign lands and anything to do with the wildlife, anything to do with religion. So I tried yesterday to give you my point, but as I said, I doubt very much you will get it. But I can only try, because I know that's what's going on. But again, I'm ahead, well ahead of you. And when I tell you it's going to get worse, oh, you better believe me. If you think that is a problem, I don't want to divulge things that you don't want to hear. But maybe you should pay attention. You should put your hand right now on the 2019, on the 2020 Nostradamus Dragon forecast and see the last 2 or 3 years, who was right in all those news development when they were all fully divulged to you. So when comes the 2021, maybe you're going to think, oh man, I should take Dr. Tree a little bit more seriously this time, because he's going to warn us of things that are not yet in place, but will happen. Now remember, during those windows, it's a rule, and I cannot keep up with my predictions of large earthquake. I always told you, my friend, if you've been following me for a while now, that during my window, be sure my impeccable timing is unchallengeable. I also give you links, live links to an email exchange with me and the seismologist of Pasadena, NASA, giving exact date of large earthquakes. Click on the link, it's there. I'm not making this up. As far as large earthquakes, well, we had a 5.7 magnitude that knocked out power lines somewhere in Utah. But that's again a miss, even though that it's a shocking news. People, the Utah resident didn't expect this earthquake, or the one that we had today somewhere in California. They didn't expect it. You know the key word? Expect shocking news, unusual news. But as far as large earthquake is concerned, we had a 6.2 in Bali, Indonesia. We had a 6.1 in Toba, Vanuatu, and we had another 6.0 in Nuas in Tonga. I mean, those concentration of earthquake at or above 6.0 are inaugural. My timing is better and is impeccable and more valuable. It should be more respected and should be heeded by the entire scientific community, which would never in a million years give you neither a location or a timing. At least I'm giving you an undeniable timing. Keep an eye on my videos and you're going to be seeing more earthquakes. Maybe sooner than what you think, maybe the next day or two, okay? Same with volcanic eruption. Now, did you, like I mentioned to you, go back and click on the link to read the shocking type of news that I accumulated for you so that you realize that you should trust me? No, probably not. A minority of you did, the smart one. So let me go through it. The quatrain is very simple and depict the type of news that I'm expecting. Entrail upset, spit above. Boom! Volcanic eruption. Red fire, wind, water to dance. Ah, tornado. Don't you think that means tornado? Okay, stars command shock science. And then you got all these educated idiots out there who have spent years and years in the Community College University trying to do what I do, and they never did, and they never will. I do. Calm deception to strike. Again, this quatrain is obvious. The keywords are even more obvious. Japan, Asia, China, France, Italy, cosmic, space new, NASA, stunning, explosion, children, earthquake, tornado, technology. I can go on and on and on. Just look at the keywords. They have a special meaning. Shocking release of energy. Okay, so what do we have? Under this quatrain and keyword, I wrote to be aware the reptilians are after children and famous people. The next thing you know, in the news, coronavirus infect Ohio 2-year-old. And you got this bunch of 20-year-olds idiots out there, messing around for their holiday breaks. Jesus, be responsible. Tom Hanks, and I said the reptilians are after children and famous people, okay? Now, Tom Hanks' sister gives update on actors battling back from coronavirus. So just look at the news that are right now on CNN or on Fox, and you could see that the energy that I mentioned is there, right in your face. What else do we have? I mentioned the word technology. World fastest supercomputer identified chemicals that could stop coronavirus, spread. The word technology is mentioned, and here you got that news. What else do we have involving the news? Scientists fired a small cannonball into an asteroid. Could that be space news? It's part of the keywords, okay? Astronaut Al Warden, who circled the moon, record for most isolated human being has died. I think NASA news, okay? Buzz Aldrin gives surprising response when asked about protecting himself from coronavirus. NASA news, all these astronauts talking, and all these stupid idiot NASA scientists that are trying to blow up an asteroid, save the money for Mother Earth, idiots. What the hell? You have no business on Mars or messing around with an asteroid. Take care of Mother Earth. All you did to us is send us 200 miles above the earth. That's your accomplishment after trillions and trillions of dollars wasted by NASA, who wants to believe and make you believe, and you kids, one day you're going to live on Mars. Please use critical thinking. You're not meant to live on Mars. You're on Earth. You're a human being. This is your spaceship, and it's the only one. You better take care of it. Start to spend money on reviving an exhausted Mother Earth, a poisoned Mother Earth. What's wrong with the scientists? Okay, I mentioned tornado. Several storms and tornado in Texas damages homes and property. There you go. Oh, yes, I mentioned tornado. Next thing you know, you have a tornado. You think I make this up? I don't. I read the stars. I understand how God speaks to us through the sign, through the stars, through the cosmic codes. All this wisdom should be back in our Courage University and be assimilated and accepted as a solid discipline because it's real. Oh, it's against my religion. Oh, I'm going to go to hell if I follow you, Dr. Cherry. Oh, it's against my religion. Meantime, the freaking Pope is using astrology, and all the popes in the Vatican have taught astrology by the Vatican Council. Go to drcherry.com, scroll down, and see the pictures of all the popes being taught astrology. Hello? What else do we have? I mentioned explosion right here in Phoenix, in my own city. Downtown Phoenix explosion, caught on camera. I've been at the right time, at the right place to see the sudden release of energy. That's why I tell you during this timing, if you're into UFOs, go now, get your video, go now. You know why? Because extraterrestrials don't come down this dense physical world and they feel like they're all cosmic conscious and they are using that uranic energy in order to process, either help or curses us through the draconic benevolent work or the reptilious nasty work. What else do we have involving my keywords? I mentioned Italy. Air Force has flown massive number of test swabs from Italy to US. Well, that's going to help. Italy coronavirus tool near China's after largest one-day spike despite lockdown. I'm telling you, my friend, the Pope was born with a nasty tail in the world of Sagittarius. What is the tail? What is Sagittarius? You're not educated in cosmic wisdom. You have no clue. I'm talking Chinese to you. You do not know. You don't have the basics. You have been either indoctrinated by religious, infected scientific or scientific community. You've been infected. You've been conditioned not to realize that I have something that should be used that could save lives. And instead of, oh, you're the devil, Dr. Chewy, endorse me, help me, pass on my messages because it saves life and educate you on things that you could never gather anywhere else. What else do we have? I say be careful. This is the reptilians are against famous people and children. Hawaii 5-0 actor says he was diagnosed with coronavirus. Californians are calling 911 on their coughing neighbor. That's pretty shocking. My gosh, you cough, next thing you know, you have the freaking cops looking at you. You cough, you go into jail. You see the freaking idiocy. If you fear it, you're going to attract it. I told you my story yesterday. I was sick like the dog. Coughing, my eyes popping on my head, a headache, I couldn't even swallow. I came home into positivity and happiness, and I'm healing real fast. Oh, that helps, by the way. Take that, a little bit of that. When your throat starts to scratch a little bit, three drops of this in water, oregano oil. It's going to help to boost your immune system. What else do we have? So I mentioned, again, this window will touch celebrity and children. Celebrities provide coronavirus pandemic relief from donation. Famous people is mentioned. Actress tried to walk back coronavirus remarks after facing internet fury. You see, these people are so fearful. They don't want to recognize because they are afraid. Oh, no, this is dream. This is made. This is not happening. So their emotional response to life is blocking them to accept the fact that they are dealing with a deadly virus. So it's their fear. Oh, I have a beautiful life. I'm famous. I'm rich. Everybody loves me. I'm on stage. All of a sudden, oh, you cannot see me anymore. Oh, that's not real. That's not real. No. I'm a privileged select. I'm an actress. I'm a singer. I'm rich and famous. Oh, you need to adore me. I am your goddess. Oh, and do you think those people are going to accept coronavirus? They're not going to accept that this is as reality. Use common sense. It's all fear-driven. Exactly what the reptilians want you to feel. Fear. Okay, what else do we have? Charlotte Lawrence says she's tested positive for coronavirus. Again, another famous actress. Actors worried medical condition will cause coronavirus complication. Kevin Durant has the coronavirus. Some schools closed for coronavirus are not going back for the rest of the academic year. I mentioned children. That's touching your kids dead on, my friends. Okay, and remember, all those news and all of this that you're reading right now was given a month. Every month I give the option for my supporters, whether it be on Patreon or the Cosmic Code, to actually be aware of those energy and anticipate the news. What else do we have? A bald eagle gets stuck in a truck grill. I mean, you're talking about the omens, an omen which is absolutely incredible. The bald eagle is the symbol for America. It's a very powerful, beautiful bird, majestuous, to represent the strengths, the values, the beauty of America. It got stuck in a freaking truck grill. That tells you the shock that America is facing because your leaders are not cosmic conscious. They are religious fanatical. They are too rational, too practical to delegate God's cosmic design, and would rather think I am a cuckoo instead of paying attention to what I said last August, that we're going to be hit by a virus that will knock the world down. And that's nothing compared to what's coming. Well, you don't want to hear it, good for you. No. If you cannot handle the truth, you cannot handle the truth, you have no business in watching my video. Okay? That's what it is. You are feeding the reptilians by not digging into the truth, accepting and understanding and fighting using the same psychical tools that the reptilians uses. Remember, they cannot survive with your fears, with chaos, with coronavirus, with anything that is allowing them to survive in dark matter. They need your fears to survive. Those entities are cursing planet Earth since the get-go. And what you're seeing on Earth right here, right now, is the result of what's taking place above your head in time and space and a very different dimension. That's the end result right here. But you haven't been trained to delegate the archetypal realm of supracosmic consciousness. You're either religious or you're an atheist. Basically, that's where it started, where it stops. So now you might understand my dilemma, but I'm not putting every one of you in the same bag. There is some smart cuckoo out there that are coming back and learning from me. What else do we have? Trump called this Chinese virus as tension with Beijing escalates. I mentioned the word China. Remember, your president, you like it or not, you know it or not, he's a beautiful human being like you and me, same blood, okay, emotions, has a chart. He has a UCI, a unique celestial identity. He naturally has a fear of foreign invasion. His wish is to build a thick, tall wall, knowing the future is the reincarnation of the thought. All the thought and all those supporters are part of creating the end result, which is virus keeping foreigners out of the United States or United States outside of other foreign countries. There's so much behind all those information, my friend, and I can only divulge so much. All right, I mentioned the word France. French Open criticized for selfish, arrogant reschedule amid coronavirus outbreak. France, okay. Stunning photo of crumbling pagodas and so forth. My friend, you know, as I said many times before, I can tell you we're expecting a bad earthquake again tomorrow or the day after, or a volcanic explosion. I'm going to be there in 1 or 2 days or not, depending, but it's going to be happening. Okay. Are you still going to open up? Are you still going to learn? You know, only repetition will allow you to psychically grow and understand God's cosmic design and realize that it speaks to us through the sign. I have been blessed or I have been cursed, whichever way you like to hear, okay, to delegate the superconscious, those forces, and give an explanation to what we are suffering. Remember, the future is the reincarnation of your thought. As you think, you create. Now, when you are a big person and you have millions and millions of followers, those forces add together and it becomes like a laser beam that interact with forces you have created you cannot understand, and forces that are delegating with entities that are above your head, that are there to bless us or curse us. Remember the ultimate rule, as always says, positive, negative, up and down, black and white, the front, the back, God, devil, the yin and yang, male, female, 2 eyes, 2 hands, 2 arms, 2 sides of the brain, reptilian side, reptilian brain, draconian brain. And you are right there, totally oblivious of the forces. Because I always told you, you are much more than blood, nerves, and flesh, my friend. You are an extraordinary powerhouse of thought generation, and you create your reality. Science and religion are not yet upgraded psychically enough to understand that we're creating everything. So if you're not trained and you go for fear and you feed the reptilians and their agenda, there goes coronavirus at the very end, you've created it. Of course, you're not going to agree with me because you lack the information. You lack the critical information to what leads to creating our reality. Let me put it this way. What was New York, Los Angeles, Washington 2,000 years ago? What was the computers, the watch, the car you drive 200 years ago? Nothing. Yet it's here today. Why? Because you created it. Or other people's thoughts combined, either creatively or negatively. The reptilians will stimulate the mind of scientists to weaponize the weather, to weaponize science and create viruses for whatever reasons. Okay, conspiracy are very real. Okay, they weaponize the weather, they use technology, they make nukes, they want to kill and destroy. That's the forces of darkness, the forces of evil that could not be without the forces of light or the sun or the draconians who stimulate the mind of people like Michelangelo, George Washington, me, Dr. Tulip, digging into the stars, or people like Michael Jackson, sing and dance. Creativity, love, face the future. Be responsible. Be responsible, okay? You could do whatever you're going to be taught by those who understand their life through their 5 limited rational senses. Wash your hands, don't shake hands, keep your distance, good enough. Okay, you can do all that. If you have fear, the virus will get to you. Simple as that, okay? Do not feed evil. You have a choice. Be positive, okay? We are all together on this one. And I am part of the suffering process because a bunch of millions of idiots who are cosmic unconscious let their fear lead to the creation of this virus and other viruses. There's a lot of people who don't like gays and lesbians, so this creates a disease that will specifically kill all the gays and lesbians. It's common sense. We are powerhouse of creation. And as we are moving into the age of Aquarius, slowly but surely, you get to acknowledge the very power that God gave you as a human being to create not only your own personal reality, but our reality as a whole. All right, my friend. I've been pretty passionate because it's a shame. It's a shame that they said, oh, we did not know. Nobody told us. We couldn't predict it. Well, I did. And if you have the right to be skeptical, you know, it's my words against yours. Go and spend $10. Go and read what my 2020 Nostradamus Dragon forecast, because it's not just the coronavirus that predicted, but all sorts of things at a universal and personal level, my friends. And then the question is, Dr. Tui, how long is he going to last? I told you, my friend, yesterday, as long as President Trump is in power, we are under his jurisdiction. We are under the stars. He hates foreigners. He wants to build a big world. He created the coronavirus with the help of all these supporters of the superconscious forces. Can't tell you no more because you may not be able to understand me, or if you do, you still need more information. I don't want to upset anybody. Same goes with Italy. There is no accident for Italy to be so cursed because Pope Francis shares the same nasty dragon stallion Sagittarius as our president. How long is he going to last? Well, the dragon stayed about 18 months. Maybe you should put your hand on my 2019 Nostradamus Dragon forecast. I give you an hint. And when comes the new one in 2020, which I will write probably in August 2020, this year in August, I will write it for next year. Maybe you should put your hand on it. All right, now, again, follow the logical rules, okay? Stay away from everybody, okay? If you see somebody like me that cough and sneeze, eyes popping out of the head, run away. Okay, and what else? Oil of oregano, garlic, some garlic. Don't chew it, you're gonna burn your face. Chew it, make it small, and then drink it with water. Swallow it. Swallow it. It's good. It's good for your entire body. Put some boiling water in your house. Put some lemon in it. Let it go all over the house. Your humidifier will be good too, but there's not even lemon in it. So try to exercise your lungs. Go outside. Go and get some vitamin D. You can only get it through the sun. Okay. You don't have to stay 2 hours. 5 minutes front and you back. It's good enough. All right, my good friend, we've come at the end of this session. Thanks again for listening. Share my work, please. Help me raise humanity psychical vibration so we can kick those nasty entities out of our solar system and live happy ever after. Care for your thought. Remember, your future is nothing else than your reincarnation of your thought, and you're responsible for all our common future, the same process. Don't feed the reptilians, my friend, and you'll be just fine, like me. Bye-bye.